All right, Ace. So as we've been talking, you are interested in expanding your business. Currently, you're a real estate agent. You've done some wholesaling, but you would like to add the Airbnb component to your portfolio. You would like to do some flips. You would like to do some multifamily. So it sounds like you just want to do the gamut, right? The whole thing. You want to invest in real estate, and you're open. You're really open to the idea of doing all of these things, which is great because a lot of people are just chicken when it comes to all of that. The thing that stops you, which is what you said to me, the thing that stops you is the money, right? You're like, yo, Hone, it's the money. So tell me about the money part. So why has the money stopped you? I guess a better question is, how much money do you need? How much money do you need? If you said the money was what stops you, how much money do you need?
Well, I guess that's the also the problem because I never really looked into it, right?
Right, right.
I have I I own one rental now because I sold one because I needed some cash. So um, you know, looking at it from the single family perspective, I've always I know that you can sub to and different stuff like that, but like um I guess my knowledge gap is in raising funds and the commercial lending side of the business.
Okay, okay. All right. So back to the first question.
I don't know.
Perfect. Guys, if you're watching this, do you see how I asked her this question and then she said all this, and then I went back to this and she's like, I don't know. Right? Um, sometimes people need to just dump, right? And that's what you're doing now. And that's fine. That's totally fine. You just needed to dump and you needed to say all this stuff. You had to clear it out of your head. To answer this question, you said, I don't know. And that's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth about REI, right? That's the truth about this. And what's great about your answer is I don't know is the fact that when you say I don't know, it opens it up to anything. It could be anything from $0 to infinity, right? So it's anything. So when you say, Hone, I don't have the money, if I told you it's $0, do you not have $0?
Oh yeah, I got that all day.
Oh, all day. Hone, as often as you need $0, I got it all day, every day, twice on Sunday,
Call
right?
me for $0, bro.
Call me for $0. Right, 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 right. And that's the thing. Okay. So now, and a lot of people, Ace, it's not just you. People will say, Hone, I want to invest in real estate, but I don't have the money. So I've had this conversation many times with many different people, right? And so the first thing I do is I go, how much do you need? And then they say all of this stuff, just like you did. And then I go, okay, so how much do you need? And then they go, I don't know. I actually don't know. So if you don't know, then if you don't know, right? If you don't know, I don't know, then how can you say that you don't have it? That's the
True.
that is the important like brain shift, thought shift, mind shift that I need you to have. It's like, oh, wow, Hone brings up a good point. I keep saying that I don't have the money, but I actually don't know what I need. And because I don't know what I need, how can I actually say that I don't have it? Because
Right.
if I said, Ace, it's $5, you're like, well, I have that. Okay, Ace, it's $1,000. You're like, well, I can find that, right? Ace, it's 10,000. Okay, maybe I can get that, right? You see, you may have it. You just don't know that you have it. So because you don't know what it actually is, because you don't know what it is, you say, I don't have it. and
Right.
I need you to switch from that. So that's step one, right? So hopefully in just this little lesson alone gives you a lot of clarity and a lot of confidence to be able to start moving forward. What happens is people say, I don't know, or I don't have enough. Actually, they say, I don't have enough. And when they say, I don't have enough, their brain shuts off. Okay, I
Hmm.
don't have enough. So I don't need to think anymore. That's the worst. Now that I got you to understand that you don't actually know how much you need, and that the amount that you actually do need might be within your grasp, then you're good, right? You're good mentally. That's all I needed you to be. Mentally at a place where it's like, okay, it's possible that I have what I need, right? As long as you don't say, I don't have enough, as long as you don't say that, then we're good. If you keep saying, I don't have enough, then you're not going to move forward, right? So it's like, I I have enough, right? And you can stick that on your mirror while you're brushing your teeth. I have enough. I have enough money. So that's step one. Okay, cool. So now let's talk about the three different things. They're really different: Airbnb, flips, and multifamily. If you were to
Hmm.
choose one, if you were to choose one, which one would you choose?
Uh, at this very moment, I was gonna say Airbnb because the property that I live in right now, we have a basement apartment that we want to turn into an Airbnb.
Okay, cool. So you already have the property and
Yeah,
you want to turn your basement, right? So like here, right? You want to turn your basement into the Airbnb. Cool. All
correct.
right. So you already have that. So now what's it going to take? Why didn't you already do it?
Um, the knowledge gap, I guess, for that one. Because
Okay.
to be honest with you, like it's already completely set up. If I really wanted to just rent it as it is, um, but I could probably put a couple dollars into it and make it a little more pretty, in order to rent it, like make it more, what's the word I'm looking for? Uh,
Desirable, ready,
there you
market
go.
ready.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. How many dollars?
Um, Probably on the low end, 5,000. Probably
Uh,
on the high end, 8 to 10.
Okay. Okay. So cool. So 5K to 8K. Great. Do you have that?
Yeah.
Miss Ace Walker going, I don't got the money to telling me 5 to 8K to get her thing done. And then do you have that? Yep. Look at that. Look at that. Your brain changed already. Fantastic. Love it. Love it. Okay, cool. So now you want to spruce it up 5 to 8K. Okay. Let's say, boom, you did it. You spent 5K, you put it into the property. It's beautiful. Now what?
Um, yeah, I guess the next part is marketing and all how Airbnb works, insurance.
Okay. So, okay, let's talk about that. So you said how Airbnb works and then in the insurance. Okay. Anything else? Oh, you also said marketing. Okay. Anything else?
I've hearing that you want a specific, like, I guess you're trying to market to a specific clientele. Um, so yeah, I've been around the Airbnb game because I have a client that I've sold a couple Airbnbs to, but I don't once she buys the property, like she has her own system, and I guess I need to figure out a system
Okay.
for all of that.
Okay. So I will make this so easy for you right now that you're going to be like, okay, I'm going to start painting tomorrow or whatever it is that you need to do. Okay. So here, insurance, simply call a broker. Okay. Call an insurance broker. You know nothing about this. Call the insurance broker. You can't even provide it for yourself. So you have to call somebody. Call them and say, hey, I would like to Airbnb my basement. I also live in the property. Can you provide an insurance policy that covers all of that? And if they say no, call the next broker, right? And if you need a broker recommendation, I can give you one and then call them and then call another one, call another one. Call until you get one that says, no problem. Here's the insurance policy you need. Voila. Done.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Easy. Easy so far? I can cross that out. Cool. All right. So now marketing. You're like, oh, I want to market to a certain somebody and this and that. And I don't know, right? You don't know. You don't know who you're marketing to. And here's what's, do you know why people use Airbnb? Do you know why people use Airbnb?
They tend to be cheaper, if not around the same amount of money than the hotels, but they allow you
I'm
for
sorry. Do you know why the host use Airbnb? Do you know why
why the
the,
host.
yeah, why does your friend use Airbnb? Why do you want to use Airbnb.com? .com. Okay. Why? Why use Airbnb.com?
I mean, that is the marketing.
You nailed it. There it is, right? So there you go. Boom. Because right there, Airbnb.com is the marketing. So you know that weight that you had in your head, on your shoulders, that was like, oh, I got to market and this. No, you don't. That is what you're paying for with Airbnb. The renters go to Airbnb and they stumble upon your property. You don't need to put a bandit sign outside on the steps and on a pole saying like, come stay at my place, because the bandit sign is in Airbnb, right?
Yeah.
Voila. So knocked out marketing. Okay, cool. Now you said you got to like learn how to use Airbnb or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Pretend it's this simple. Pretend it's this simple. Okay. There might be more, but pretend like it's this simple. One, set up an account. Okay. Two, post pictures. All right. I'm going to do it another stream, right? So we got account. Two, post pictures. Three, create a good description of your property, right? Create a good description. Four, create the availability on the calendar. Oh my God, I botched this whole word. It's hard doing it live, right? But available,
All good.
right? Available on the calendar
Yep.
in Airbnb. Okay, cool. So outside of this, what don't you know?
Um, I've got all that stuff.
Okay,
Um,
I figured you
like
would.
the back to your original statement, how to minimize risk.
Okay. So for those watching, we had a conversation, and I said her job is just to minimize risk. That's it. Just minimize risk as a real estate investor, because we can talk all about the returns, but the returns mean nothing if your deal goes to zero. So by eliminating the risk or minimizing the risk or mitigating the risk, then we can focus on the upside. Okay, so let's talk about it. Risk. Cool. What you got? What
What
about
do I
this?
have for?
For the risk? Yeah. What are you afraid of?
Oh, the terrible Airbnb guest.
Okay, cool. So then that's a simple Google search. Some of the things, like maybe you don't let 24-hour bookings, right? You don't do more than 24-hour booking. Um, you can set up like the cameras outside. What else? You can only let people stay if they have a lot of reviews, positive reviews, 5-star reviews, right? And beyond that, there's like they are who they are. And also your basement unit, right? If it's like a 1 bedroom or whatever, it's probably not going to be a party house. So you don't have any like worries when it comes to that, right? So don't allow 24-hour bookings. Make sure you only rent to people with reviews. Have your camera outside so that when they check in and it's more than 2 people walking in and out of that door, then you're like, "Oh, hold on. Hold on. You said only 2 people. Who's Mo, Larry, and Curly that's behind you, right?" So you can nip it before anything happens. So those are some of the things that you can do, right?
Yep.
You can also have your locks be Wi-Fi. So if you see something happening, you could maybe lock them out. They're not your tenant, so you don't have to give them access, right? So you're able to lock it out. You could even, as crazy as this might sound, you can have the basement on a separate like circuit or whatever, and you can turn off the electricity. Now, I am not giving you legal advice or whatever, but if you really are concerned, like you could do as crazy as you want. You can separate, you can you can have a water shut off for just the basement unit. You can have electric shut off for just the basement unit. You can do stuff like that to minimize risk. Now, I may sound crazy for saying stuff like that, but you as the property owner, you're like, no, I would love to be in control of that stuff. And if it's the
Right.
basement of your house, yeah, you're already home. Click, done. So people don't want to hang out at a place that ain't got no electricity or no water,
Right.
right? So there you go. So these are just a couple of things that you can do. But when it comes to risk, all you have to ask yourself is, what am I scared of? And how can I prevent that? That's it. And it's nothing to be scared of. It's almost like a checklist. I'm scared of a bad tenant. Okay, cool. What can I do to minimize that? I'm scared that they're going to mess things up. Okay, how will they mess things up? Well, they're going to do, I don't know, they're going to run the tub and let it overflow. Okay, have a water shutoff valve, right? Or something like that. Like anything like that could be how you minimize those risks. Especially because it's as easy as in your house, in your basement, it's right there. Yeah. Okay, so outside of this, right? This is how you set up an Airbnb thing. You set up your account, you post your pictures, you have a good description, you make it available on your calendar. Also, you go on their map, right? You go on their map. Here's your property, right? All you got to do is find this property, this property, this property, this property, this property, and see how much they're renting per night, right? See how much they're renting per night, and either undercut them or be right there. So that's it, right? That's pricing. That's pricing. That's posting. That's everything. Okay. Does that clear you up for this one? Um,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Cool. So now, you talked about like a system or something. What kind of system are you referring to?
Um, well, at first it'll be, us probably cleaning and stuff like that. But when we move out and turn both units, upstairs and downstairs into Airbnbs, because that was the reason why we bought it. Um, I guess that's the next thing to figure out, but that's probably a little bit down the line.
Yeah. So here's what you do, right? You test. Okay. And all you're talking about is a cleaner. Okay. So you're gonna test. So it's people and process. Okay. People, process, and in this case, products, right? People, process, products. Now that I stole from Marcus Lemonis from the show The Profit. So he talks about people, process, and products. Okay, so when he says products, he means like what you're selling in terms of a retail store. When I say products, I mean cleaning products, right? So you might need like bed sheets available and soap and pillow sheets and pillows and whatever. Detergent, I don't know. You'll figure it out. Detergent. You'll figure it out as you go. It's all good. Don't worry about that. And then the people, right? So there's going to be like individuals who do cleaning, individuals who do cleaning, or you can hire a third party company. That's up to you, however you want to play it, right? And then the process. So the process is when somebody checks out, right? When somebody checks out, what's the next step? Do you call the person, text them? Do you have a special CRM system? Whatever. All you're doing is you're testing the people if they're going to come through with your process, right? When a person checks out, you lay out a process. Hey, I'm going to call you. I want you to come to 123 Main Street and I want you to clean the basement. And then when you say clean the basement, do they know what that means? That means take out all of the trash. That means make sure all of the coffee pods are topped up. Make sure all of the pillow sheets and the bed sheets are washed, or just switch the pillow sheets and bed sheets with the new ones that you have that's already clean, and then take those and wash them. Take the old ones, wash them, and then when you come back to do it again, use the new washed ones and recycle them over and over and over, right? Make sure that the detergent, if there's a washer and dryer there, make sure that the detergent's tapped up. Make sure that the soap dispenser for hand washing as well as dishwashing is topped up. Make sure that there's bottles of water in the fridge. Whatever your process is for cleaning, make sure that whoever you hire, individual or company, they know what that is. And if they are not following your process, what's great is you live there, you can do it until you find the next people that you want to try out. It's just an interview process, but it's beyond an interview process because you're actually allowing them to do what they say that they can do. And if they don't do it the way you want, then you get to find the next person. Right. And there you go. There's your system. People, process, products right there. Pretty simple, right? And so that's systems. And then what's cool is you have that friend that you said that did it, right? Friend, associate, acquaintance, whatever. Call them. Call. Say, hey, I'm setting up my own little Airbnb in my basement. What do you recommend? What advice do you have? So far, I've set up my account. I posted the pictures. I found the pricing and all that kind of stuff. I got this insurance from this insurance broker. The marketing is Airbnb.com. And in terms of systems, I got this cleaner and I got this process and I topped up all the things. And I know I need to buy detergent and coffee pods and bottles of water and this and this and this, right? I know I need to have that in inventory, ready to fill up every time somebody comes in and out. Is there anything else that I got to be mindful of? Right. And then you also tell them, I don't allow for the 24-hour booking. I also have the camera outside. I have locks set up that I can lock people out if I want, or I can change the code, whatever. And I only allow people who have reviews to stay with me. I also went as far as I had a contractor install a water shutoff valve and an electric shutoff valve in the property. Is there anything else? And then let this person tell you.
Okay.
All right. So I don't feel like I shared anything with you that's groundbreaking, right? It's not like rocket science, but there was something that stopped you from doing this. Has everything that stopped you from doing this, has it been accounted for and cleared up?
Yeah.
Okay. So why did you not do it before? And why and do you feel like you can do it now?
Yeah. Not before. Like little, it's pretty much fear based.
Okay.
I know that you got to keep going through the fire, but sometimes, like we talked about before, you get burnt enough, you're afraid to jump in the fire.
This is your fire though.
That is my fire.
You control this. You've got burnt by other people, but you control this one now. Right?
Yeah.
So there you go. This is your first step. If you can accomplish this, what happens is you prove to yourself that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And then you also prove to yourself that you can handle this. Like you can do this, that you're not cursed, right? Because yeah, you've had some bad experiences with real estate in the past, and it could be due to lack of information. It was due to lack of understanding. You just jumped in without fully understanding what you were jumping into.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we talked about the risk mitigation. And so there is a fear that you're jumping into something you don't understand again. But we talked about some of the risk mitigations. If there are more fears that you have, just continue to ask yourself the question of what you're afraid of. Don't just allow it to scare you without you looking at it. When you turn the lights on, the boogeyman runs away.
Yeah.
The boogeyman only hides in the dark. So you have to shed that light, right? You have to look at the boogeyman and go, "Hey, well, like, what's going on?" And then you come up with solutions. And then once your light's on in your head, you no longer get scared of things. Things simply just become a question of how can I make this better? Your
Gotcha.
emotions, right? Your emotions have been driving you into hiding for a long time. This opportunity, this opportunity has been with you, like you've had this opportunity for a very long time. It's only now that you feel better, right? Well, I'm assuming. Do you feel better? How do you feel now?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. And what was it that allowed you to feel better? What part of our conversation allowed you to feel better?
Process. Like you putting everything down on a piece of paper, and you're it's basically like actionable steps.
Got it. Got it.
It's that if I could have actionable steps for like a lot of stuff, it's pretty easy at that point.
Yeah.
Like even if you say, okay, like, you know, I've done this, and this, but I'm stuck on this. At least I know where I'm going and what I need to do. I might get stuck, but then I can at least ask the question, hey, I'm stuck on, whatever.
Right.
So
Okay. Yeah, that's clear. So now the question is, are you able to do this for yourself?
yeah.
Powerful.
My brother, like, we moved in here last July. My brother's lived in the basement the whole time. So he's moving out within the next couple of months. And that was my plan. As soon as he moves out, is to do the renovations that need done and get it on the market. So I
Great.
don't really have that much loss of income.
Great. So while he's still here, you can generate your description. You
Hmm.
can figure out what your pricing is going to be. You can
Okay.
figure out what camera system and what locks you want to use, right? You can also start to think about which company you want to hire. So you can start putting together a list of people and companies. You can get referrals as well. And then you can start to think about what you need in terms of bed sheets and soaps and pillows and coffee and whatever. You can even Google it because Airbnb is so old now that there's been a million people who've put together checklists. There's a million checklists of how to run a successful Airbnb. So you don't even really have to come up with this. You just need to get it,
Gotcha.
right? So again, while you're waiting, you can do all this stuff now and move forward. So what you're about to do is you're going to enter into a success cycle. Okay. So cycles can go either good or bad. A bad success cycle or a bad cycle looks like this. I got burned in real estate and then I don't take any action. Because I didn't take any action, I don't make any more money. I don't make any more money. I don't think it's possible. It's too scary. Then I don't take, and then so then like I again don't take any action, and it's just kind of like negative, negative, negative. The success cycle is where, okay, I've sat down, I ask myself questions. I feel confident that I can do this. I take the action according to my thoughts. And based on me thoroughly vetting my ideas and asking the right questions, mitigating risk, I get success, right? I get success. And then so the success gives me more confidence to then write out better plans for more deals. I take more action, more deals, I get more success, and so on and so on and so on. And you spiral up. For too long, you've been spiraling down because you got hurt in the business. But now I think you're like, forget it. The past is the past. I'm ready to move forward. This real estate game is still the best way to make money. So
Correct.
I still want to participate. Now I'm interested in doing it the right way. And so you did the right thing. You joined the program. So welcome. Congratulations. You're in. And you see how by being in this program, you learn stuff like this. Your thoughts are like you could have done this yourself, maybe, but then also you can't get out of your own way sometimes. Sometimes you need a third party like me to help guide you through this. And now you're not done yet. You didn't do this. This is all theoretical. But once you do it, you'll feel better and better and better. And then once you accomplish this, off to the next, right?
Yeah.
Off to like, okay, Hone, I would like to do a flip. I would like to buy a multifamily. I would like to do that and that and that. Okay, cool. After you successfully do this, right? After you knock this out, you're going to be that person who's able to do that next thing and next thing and next thing. So it's great that you joined the program. It's great that you got this advice, and it's great that you feel confident enough to do this now. Where we started was, Hone, I don't have enough money. And now we're like, okay, I'm going to be setting up my Airbnb. And then we're going to have the next conversation. We're going to talk about you flipping or you doing multifamily. And then you're going to have your own new reservations, new risk, new fears, new this, new that. And then we're going to have this conversation again. And I'm going to clear things up for you. And then you're going to feel confident again. Right. So it's like clarity, confidence. Right. And then it's like knowledge, confidence, action, results. That's often a thing I say. Knowledge, confidence, action, results. Once you have the knowledge, because of clarity, because of these conversations, you'll have confidence. From confidence, you'll take action. From action, you'll get results. And from the results, you will get more clarity. And you'll have more knowledge for more confidence, for more action, for more results. And it's just going to cycle over and over and over. You see how that works?
Yep.
All right, cool. So, what's your next step?
Um, is to work on getting my nightly pricing. I think I might already have cleaners,
Cool.
and to call my buddy to see if she has any keys that she can give me.
Perfect.
Yeah, phone a friend. Hey, oh, quick question. Do you in your adventures with short-term rentals, do you have a like an income goal? Because I like, I follow Jay also, and he says that, you're supposed to have an income goal per bed, not per room.
Look, you can have an income goal per bed, but if your area doesn't justify it, like if you can't actually hit that number, then I don't know, it doesn't really help you, right? So you got to see what your particular situation can yield. You can have any goal you want, but if it doesn't actually make sense in reality where you are, then I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. So just take a look before you go all crazy trying to set goals and then getting I guess let down if your particular situation can't hit that goal, this arbitrary number, then like I don't know. Like so I would say don't think about that yet because here's the thing. Here's the truth of it, okay? When you set this up, it's going to make you a little bit of money, but it's not going to be the end all be all. It's not going to be the thing that makes you rich. It is
Mhm.
the only reason why I'm so excited for you to do this is because it's going to build your confidence back up. That's all I'm working on right now. It's like, so I didn't tell you that until just now. You're thinking the money. I'm thinking your mental state. I'm trying to make you become who I need you to be in order to be able to tackle the multifamily, to tackle the flips. Mentally, you're not there yet. This you can handle. You do this right, your confidence level clicks up a notch. And then at that new confidence level, then we can talk bigger and bigger and bigger. So you
Gotcha.
might be thinking about the money and the goals and the income and da 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 da. I'm like, okay, cool, 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 cool. I'm really just thinking, I just got to get her confident again. That's it. That's the big difference.
Okay.
See? Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, the saying is sell them what they want, but give them what they need. I'm selling you on the idea. It's like, yo, you can do this, you can make money, blah, 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 whatever, right? Actually, you sold me, you wanted this, right? So, but it's cool. I just went along with it. Sell them what they want, but what I'm doing is I'm giving you what you need. I'm helping you build that confidence back up so that you can become the person you need to be to actually do the bigger goals that you actually want. This is like small potatoes. And here's the other thing. You don't own another property which you live in where the basement is going to be available for Airbnb, right? You only got the one.
Right.
So we can't replicate this. So we need you to be in the mental state to build from zero. When you do a flip, you're going to be from zero. When you do the multifamily, you're going to be from zero. Here, you're not starting at zero. You already have the property. It's only going to cost you $5,000, right? I'm happy for you because this is going to give you that confidence you need. Everything else, you're starting from zero, which means it's scarier, it's riskier, it's whatever fears pop up in your head. It's all of those things.
Gotcha.
But you are going to be a different person.
Yeah.
And that's what's important.
Understood.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
The hone zone way of training.
Hey man, we've been locked in for a little minute, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
absolutely.
I needed you to have been done this a long time ago, bro.
Well,
Maybe I wouldn't have lost that much of the bread.
maybe. Yeah, and I say that to people, it's like, look, like real people think real estate is risky. To be honest, I think it's the operator that's risky, right? It's the
Mhm.
operator that is risky. And so if I can make you a better operator, then real estate is less risky. Everything has risk, but it doesn't make it risky. See the difference? Risky is an emotion. Risk is a math equation. If I can make you a better operator, I can reduce your risk. If
Mhm.
you are a bad operator, if you remain a bad operator, you are risky. See the big difference? So yeah.
Got you.
Well, as they say, you best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. Second best time is today. So today's your new day, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And for anybody out there who's interested in like learning how to do this stuff, if you guys need a coaching session, if you guys would like to build a real estate portfolio, truthaboutrei.com. That's what it is. Truthaboutrei.com. REI stands for real estate investing. And the reason I call this Truth About REI is because I read a lot of bad advice out there. I see a lot of people taking advice from random Facebook comments and they're like, oh, that's how it's done. And it's like, no, it's not. That's not it. So I needed to spread the truth. And that's why I created this program, truthaboutrei.com. So if you guys are interested in joining, please come to that website and you guys can be like Ace and get that clarity and then that confidence and then take the action and get the results you actually want. There you go. Ace, how'd I do? How was this session for you?
Man, it's always fun kicking it with my man home.
All right, cool. Well, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.